Oftentimes in life, we have experiences or moments that define us as human beings. Without disclosing what I'm going through, I've just had an event that has deeply affected me. An event that's really forced me to evaluate myself and how I am as a person. I've decided to make this video both as a sort of jumping board towards my progress forward, but also to serve as a sort of journal into my life at the time. Unscripted, raw, just here. For some background context regarding the title, last year during the final video of Loose and Harlock, we made anime 3x3s. And on my 3x3 was the anime Saikano, not to be confused with Saikano or How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. This Saikano is subtitled as The Last Love Song on This Little Planet, and released in English as She, the Ultimate Weapon. Originally a manga published from 1999 to 2001, and later an anime in 2002. I can't recall when exactly I watched the show. I believe January of 2020. You can check the late January, early February episodes of Loose and Harlock from that year to see if I mentioned it then. This anime broke me. It was during a bad period of my life where I wasn't happy with many things, and I was really struggling with who I was as a now quote-unquote real adult. I was still dealing with the pain of a heartbreak I had suffered at the conclusion of high school. And now, having gone through my first semester of college, I was depressed, and searched for just any anime I could find that would make my hurting heart continue to remain that way. I watched the show and felt a deep sense of loss and pain. I told the late great Harry about how much the show had affected me, and it made its way onto my 3x3. I recently came to the question of if I had to remake my 3x3, what would be on it? And I knew that even if I would be hurt again, I had to watch a show I was so terrified of rewatching. The show that I gave a 9 out of 10 for breaking me. The show that I needed to watch again. This isn't really a review, nor a recap of the show. More just a spilling of feelings and rambling on, so if you're not interested in hearing that, well, I'm sorry. A very quick summary of the plot, however, and prefacing that there will be massive spoilers throughout this video, so please do yourself a favor of watching this gem of a show. In a dreary, do-nothing coastal town in Hokkaido, there's a couple. Our main characters, Shuji and Chisa. The two of them start dating, but as Shuji tries to break it off, feeling he is unfit for love, he and Chisa get into a spat. The resolution is made then. They will remain a couple, and they will love each other. This might seem like basic romance plot, but trust me, this very resolution is very, very important. He goes out shopping one day with his friends in Sapporo, and then the city is suddenly attacked. The nation of Japan is at war. In the wreckage he finds her, his girlfriend, his person he has resolved to love. She is not just a human, she's a weapon of the Japanese Defense Force. The entire story revolves around this. As Chisa struggles with her role in the war and the sheer question of her humanity, Shuji is placed in the question of the very resolution he made. Can they remain a couple? And will they truly fall in love?
私でも ごめんね。恋してるんだ。ごめんね。生きていたいんだ。
いつかまたこんな風にこの街を見る時があんのかな。な、知性。俺とおめえと俺たちのガキとみんなで外にうまいもんでも食いに行って、そしたら俺きっとガキにもここ見せたくなってさ。でもここまで来ちまったら俺きっとガキのことなんか忘れておめえとあの頃懐かしいなって言って、あの頃ちょっとだけエッチなことしたよなって笑って、あの頃あんなに大変だって思ってたことが何一つ何でもなかったって。だって今こうして
Yet, he ends up finding Fuyumi, a teacher he had a crush on. She makes an advance towards him and Shuji realizes something horrifying. He felt relieved. Of course, he still loves his girlfriend, but is that love the same one he once had for Fuyumi? Is it cruel and unfair of him to have not felt so stressed for once? But he loves her. And she loves him. She adores that while seemingly everyone else has given up on her, even her family just lets her do what she wants, Shuji will still scold her. He'll call her a dummy for doing something dumb. She's a weapon. She kills hundreds of people. She considers herself to be a bad person, but he still loves her. And to love someone so much is to be exposed to pain, is to make mistakes, is to do things at that moment in time that you simply cannot understand just why you're in the wrong. Shuji and Chise, these two have been through so much together in such a short amount of time. They break up. They return to how things were before. But Shuji realizes something he knew long ago in his heart, once he gets the opportunity. You can't let go. If your life is someone, that someone leaving is your whole life leaving. Even when things are seemingly bleak, that love maintains. It's still there. Even if you both can't see it immediately, the memories of the love you had is there.
Shuji君? ダメだよね、お願い。しゅうちゃん こんなこと私たちクラスメートなのにダメだよ。
僕たちは別れた。別れた知性にキスをした。クラスメイトなのにと知性は泣いた。
The anime delves into the horrors of war. It's not pretty, it's devastating. It asks the questions of humans itself, of the concept of love itself. If we are willing to give ourselves up for someone, how can we do it time and again for different people? But it's them, the one person you truly care about that matter most. Again, I said that this would be spoiler heavy, so to wrap up the plot of the show, essentially, the two eventually get married. They spend 3 weeks as a married couple, living their life in a town just like the one they used to call home. For 3 weeks, they could have peace, even some dreams.
じゃあ知性の中にあるどう処理していいかわからないすごく強いこの感情もか。しゅうちゃんのコッコが欲しいよ。
But it all ends. The world does. This is the end of it all. The world will never recover. Life won't recover. The show's ending is a bit of a mystery to me, even after having seen it twice. Like I said, I think you should watch it and see the meaning you find in it. The show did something for me 2 times in a row now. What? I can't fully describe or even thank. But if it's one solace, I would just like to say that if you have the opportunity to watch this show, please do so. It is something that you can never regret. It is a show that will hurt you, will test your heart, but it's worth it. And maybe, just maybe, it can make you become a better person. And I'm sorry if this video wasn't the high energy content I usually make. It didn't have many jokes, but it was me. It was raw. I gave myself up to the scrutiny of the internet on the same channel where me and my friends watch anime girls have sex. And I wouldn't want it any other way.